Welcome to another edition of the Food Doctor program aimed at looking at ingredients and their medicinal properties. So today in the studio, we are going to be connected to Ponce, Puerto Rico, to my friend, Mr. Bernardo Rosado.
Well, I live in Puerto Rico. I used to do kayaking tours in the island and in lakes. Now I'm working on the automobile business, and that's part of my life right now.
Cool, cool. Today we're going to talk about something called pigeon peas.
Gandules.
Gandules. Today we're going to talk
All
about
right.
grandules. So tell me, what are grandules?
Gandules are pigeon peas, but not the type of pigeon peas that you know. They are most tasty, and when you cook them, they are not so hard to eat.
No?
When you boil them.
Oh,
But you can eat them in many of dishes.
many dishes. So, are there different kinds of these pigeon peas?
Yes, first of all, I would like you to see what are Puerto Rican gandules. That's why we say gandules del país. That means gandules from the island. Because there are gandules in Ecuador, in Santo Domingo, in Cuba, you name it. But uh, as you know, avocados in Mexico are very little and in Puerto Rico are bigger because that's the weather kind. But in
Ah,
Puerto Rico, gandules are
ooh,
very tiny.
ooh, look at that. That is
Yes,
neat.
that's those are from my backyard.
From your backyard. So
This is the
do they grow wildly?
yeah, yes they do, but you have to have a good hand to do it because
Ah,
they can grow everywhere in the island, but they are better when they go to the center of the island that is colder and higher.
well, that's neat. And so we talked a little bit about where they're grown. Is there a particular season when they're harvested, or any time of the year?
They are harvesting any time of the year because the prime time for them are in Christmas. The holiday season, everybody eats that. Rice
Oh,
with
neat.
gandules and sopón de gandules, that means gandules soup. That's the great one because when after the party you go having some fun, then you eat a sopón de gandules.
Good, good. So it's like a hangover cure, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, neat, neat. Um, so let's see. So how can these grandules be incorporated into dishes? You kind of mentioned soup. What are like ways that they're incorporated? Like the specifics we're looking for. Do they have to be ground, crushed, boiled, infused, baked? What do you do with them?
Okay. The typical plating here is the arroz con gandules. That means um, rice and beans. Okay, but you have to take it off the pot, and when they are green, not dry. After that, they have to boil them for hours. After boiling them, then you go and start making the rice and beans already mixed, and
So,
they put them pig in the dishes and all that.
so you said if it's green, you cook it right away, or if it dries out, then you have to cook it for 4 hours. Is that right?
No, if it dries, that would be dry beans, and the taste is really different. I don't like it.
No, no,
And
no.
when you cook them green, well, you have to boil them green,
Yep.
and then they will change the color.
Oh,
And yeah, and then you have to make the dinner with those like that. And people what do is that they take them out of the pot and they mm, take it into the freezer and they hold them there.
oh, cool.
Yeah,
So,
because when they are frozen, they will stay fresh.
oh, so you can boil them and then freeze them and then use them later.
Yeah, or you
Oh,
can do
cool.
it after you get them out from the pot.
Oh,
Anyway,
neato. Um, so, um, so after you save them up, what are the particular ways that they're incorporated into meals? Are they mashed up? Are they just thrown into the meal while they're cooking and simmering? What are some different ways that they actually prepare these granules?
Okay, I can tell you maybe 3 or 4 ways they incorporate them into food in different kind of ways.
Okay.
For example, rice and pigeons, it incorporates them, mixing it with the rice.
Hmm.
And you can do it also mashing them after boiling them and as a hummus.
Oh, it's a hummus. Cool.
Yeah, hummus. You can do it like that with plantain balls. You you boil plantain and do mini balls and mix it with the hummus. It
Ah,
goes very good. And also you can do the asopao, that is a soup,
yep.
and you can do it as a salad also.
Now, did they throw the whole pea pod in there, or did they separate the peas out of the pod?
Yes, they separate the peas out of the pot, and
Ah, okay.
that's the work there. When you're a kid here in Puerto Rico, there's always your mom and your grandmom. Hey, come and help me here. And they got maybe 2,000 pots, and you have to help them
Oh, wow.
taking it out.
Get it ready for family dinner on Sunday, right?
Yeah,
Of Puerto Rico.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so,
And
what are the health benefits that you know of Grandules?
well, the benefits, I think mostly of the benefits are in the stomach. They will always be good with your stomach. But I can tell you something about the pots. When my grandpa told me that when they were kids, my grandpa was born in 1901 here in Puerto Rico,
Hmm.
and when they were kids, they brushed the teeth with the Gandules pot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, Bernardo, thank you so much for coming into the studio today for the Food Doctor and telling us all about granules and all the health benefits that you know of. We'll continue this discussion a little bit further, and I'll talk about the health benefits. But thanks again. And how is Puerto Rico down there after?
After Hurricane Maria,
Oh, Maria, sorry.
uh, it is. We're doing okay right now, but it is slowly. We are doing slowly, okay, and we're making it out. And the hotels are open, the beaches are clear, and the lakes are beautiful. So everybody come here and have a good vacation, as you did 2 times here. I wish you come by again.
Absolutely. We would definitely want to come back again. And to all our listeners and viewers, please, whenever you have an opportunity, please visit Puerto Rico so we can help support their economy and help improve this wonderful territory of the United States. Thank you again, Bernardo, for being part of this discussion.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
So, one of the benefits that pigeon peas have is that they help regulate blood pressure. One of the ways that they do that is that there is a lot of potassium in these, which acts as a vasodilator. It helps dilate the arteries in your body, which reduces vasoconstriction that can lead to elevating of your blood pressure and would reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. In growth and development, and the reason for that is because it has a lot of protein, and protein are the building blocks of muscles and tendons and uh, skin, all sorts of different things that help us grow up and become bigger people. Pigeon peas are also important in preventing anemia. They have high levels of folate, and that has a dual role. First of all, folate is closely linked to preventing neural tube defects in embryonic development. So, as the baby is growing in the womb, if you are eating pigeon peas, it will provide you with folic acid and help prevent neural tube defects and birth defects. Also, not having enough leads to problems with anemia and reduction of the amount of red blood cells that are available. They have an anti-inflammatory properties that include using the leaves, the seeds, and the peas themselves. As Bernardo Rosado talked about, that the pea pods were actually used to help remove tartar from teeth as almost like a toothbrush. Pigeon peas are also known to help with weight loss. Despite being loaded with nutrients, they have low saturated fats and are moderate in terms of calories. They have low saturated fats and cholesterol. So if you're hungry and need to lose weight, pigeon peas are a good way to keep up your energy but not keep on gaining weight. Pigeon peas are also a good energy boost. Pigeon peas are a good energy boost. They have the presence of B vitamins in many of these legumes, the group that they belong to. Niacin and riboflavin help promote the metabolism of carbohydrates and thus providing more energy that can be utilized by the body when it needs to be utilized. Also, it helps strengthen the immune system, and it has vitamin C levels. However, when you cook the pigeon peas, they drop their vitamin C levels by 25%. So if you need them for a boost of your immune system, it's better to eat them raw. They also promote a healthy heart. And as we talked about earlier, with amounts of potassium and dietary fiber and low cholesterol, these are all very good for helping to prevent atherosclerosis. They can also help improve your digestion. They have lots of dietary fiber, and this fiber will help reduce the strain and inflammation of the bowels, constipating and bloating effects. They're just like any bean or legume, it can cause some increase in bowel gas. Pigeon peas are a great source of nutrition, health benefits. They grow wildly in Puerto Rico and are incorporated into many different dishes that we talked about in this program. We also talked with my friend Bernardo Rosado about legumes and how they affect the people in Puerto Rico and how they're incorporated into the daily diet. We also learned about all the different health benefits of pigeon peas. So I want to thank you again for joining our program. This is the video portion of the podcast, Food Doctor. Thank you, and listen again.